I'm going to show you everything there is to know about sealing an exterior wall. Now this is quite a simple process, however there are a couple of mistakes that you could make that will cost you big further down the line, so it's worth watching the video. The first thing that you need to do is just make sure that there are no gaps in the mortar, because it doesn't matter what you put on the bricks, if there are gaps in the mortar, water is still going to get through. Then what you want to do is get sheeted, couple of dust sheets on the floor, and then get yourself some Axis Static 31. Now this will just cover any doors and windows, stop you from getting splats on it. Right, so the product I recommend is Emperor Masonry Cream. Now, slightly misleading, it isn't a sealer in the traditional sense. Most products will sit on top of a wall and create a barrier between the weather outside and the wall itself, which can cause problems because it can trap moisture within the wall. This stuff is slightly different. So this stuff will actually penetrate the wall and chemically bond to it. And rather than creating a barrier, this is super hydrophobic, so it repels any water droplets that actually land on the wall. But it is breathable as well. So this has an SD value of 0.01, which basically means water vapor can pass through it. So if your wall over here is wet on the inside and obviously it's dry on the outside, the water will still dry through evaporation. Trapping moisture will cause a lot of issues on the inside of your house, so a product like this just avoids any issues. Quickly show you the tools that we're going to use. You're going to need a paint kettle or a pot and a scuttle. You're going to need a relatively stiff paintbrush and a paint roller at the pole. Emperor Masonry Cream is actually quite easy to apply. All you need to do is brush around the outside of your wall and then roll the middle. It'll go on sort of a creamy colour and it will dry completely translucent. All you need is one coat. And that's basically all there is to it. Another couple of little things that I will mention. Obviously this wall was nice and clean before we started. If you've got algae or lichens growing on the wall, then you are going to want to treat that before you start. If it's dirty, if the wall's messy, then make sure you give it a little clean. There is no point in sealing the dirt into the wall. And if you come over here, you'll have noticed when I was rolling, I made several passes. That's just so that we could work the material into every little nook and cranny. Obviously, if you were to miss those, then your wall isn't going to be properly sealed, so make sure that you work the material into just about everything. You can see now this has been on probably 15-20 minutes. It's already dry and transparent, so another couple of hours and it'll be completely clear. And make sure you follow me for more decorating tips.